Don't like being wrong, but on this occasion, I am delighted I am wrong. That's the one. That's my good one. So we're trying.
It's definitely a challenge to beat that. A pretty.
We want over 130 ball speed. That would be.
Over 130.
Come on.
Okay. Right. So what we'll do is we'll keep the loft the same. And just change the shaft out a little bit. So plane profile wise, it will be relatively the same. Same weight, same flex.
Yeah.
Same spec at D1.
Oh yeah, you can see a bit more face, can't you? Yeah. A little bit.
And that'll be from the graphics,
yeah.
right? So I think Ben spoke to you earlier, mentioned that came predominantly from Tour, so a lot of the feedback from Tour was that they were framing it with Sharpies or paint fill or whatever just to give that visual effect more. It's really good in the lower loft, so 8 degree. Now looks like there's more loft at address.
Yeah. So this is same loft as what I've got?
Correct. Okay. Same loft, same setting. And then just give me some feedback on feel, sound.
I think that's beating it already. Yeah, already. Sounds higher pitched than mine. It looks bigger, but that's not really.
Doesn't really do anything
bother me that because it's not sat on the ground, is it? It's like it's different if it's sat on the ground. Thank you.
That's all right. You're welcome. So this is GT3.
It to look loads different than the 2.
Okay,
and
good.
It doesn't, does it really?
So do you think that's because 3 has changed more, or because 2 has got closer to 3?
I think 2 looks closer to 3.
Yeah.
That sounds totally different than a 2.
For the good or the bad?
I don't think I like it as much. Yeah, it's a bit duller.
Bit duller, yeah. Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah? Yeah. And then we're going to hit 4 for fun.
Okay. We like a 4.
Rocket.
Yeah.
Definitely beat your driver.
Oh, did it? Trouble is with a 4, can you do it in a row?
I would say yes.
That's 2 in a row.
I mean, it still flew well.
Yeah.
It's a little bit less forgiving. So if you were chasing ultimate distance, you could get the launch up.
I don't think the launch is an issue.
No. I mean, if you can get the launch up with someone in a 4, because normally you would tend to see a 4 would launch a little bit lower for most. For you, that's pretty close to 130 ball speed.
That's really nice.
It's far.
This is, yeah.
It's fun. My job will be to see if I can get one of the other models close to that, or whether we stay in that. Like, I think it's great if you could do it. My worry is if you miss middle, you go slightly toe or slightly heel, how damaging.
Sometimes with a smaller head,
you focus more.
I focus a bit more, yeah. That wasn't out the middle. Let's see how that one went.
So if we look at the data at the minute, we've got yours sitting at 198.
Yeah.
Best of the bunch being 200, 222. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then we went into GT2 and we beat it. We were 202.
Yeah.
And then we went GT3 you didn't like, and it was probably a good thing, it didn't work. And then you go into GT4 and you're 203, 226.
Okay, so we're in between.
So we've got room either way.
Yeah.
Like to play around with both heads. I kind of like 4.
I kind of like 4.
And I think for a player that doesn't miss many fairways, that doesn't miss middle too often,
it could work.
It could work.
Yeah.
So now we're just going to play around with 2 and 4 and see which one we can get to be better. My worry is it's on the lower end of the spin rate and launch.
Yeah.
But there are things we can do.
Could we get the head, is there any way we can get the head feeling like it's a bit more open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's interesting is, you remember before when we had TSR, if you add 4 and you flip the weights, the 4 would go to like a 3.5. Well, now if you flip the weights, 4 goes to a 2.5 because 3 has been moved along so much it's actually closer to 4 than it was originally. Which is,
so you can change the launch.
So you can change the launch. So if somebody needed a little bit more spin, you can, and potentially a little bit more stability, you can flip the weights. I'm not going to do that just yet because I just want to see what happens if we can get this looking more pleasing to your eye, whether that delivers better launch and spin anyway on its own.
That's gone a long way. That's going quite far when it rolls as well. It's got a nice roll on it.
Yeah, and that'll be why it's spinning at 19.
Right. Oh, that's probably not enough, is it?
It's not where I'd like to live.
No.
Because if you do catch any lower than that, it's not going to hold its flight.
No. That's out the bottom and a bit heely.
So if I told you it went off at 128 ball speed at the bottom, you'd be impressed?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So the spin there, when you've hit the heel,
obviously, it's better.
It's better. So if I flip this weight around and see if we can get the weight to add a bit better launch characteristics and spin so it holds its flight more. So we flip them that way around. Heavier here, which pulls the CG a little bit differently, so you get better launch, probably more spin. We've gone up in loft, this you're actually in 10, crank down to 9, and then as you work with your coach, if that flight gets a little bit low, you just go back into the normal setting. Because of the shape of it, it's not going to look like it's towed in.
No, I don't like towed in.
No.
I can't.
So the interesting one for me is everybody will look at ball speed. We're chasing aerodynamics rather than ball speed. So if it's quicker through the air, it's quicker off the face on a centered strike. Different flight.
That was a lot higher, wasn't it?
A lot higher.
Don't know what that's done though.
Just made it a bit more stable by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Is that too high for your eye?
I don't know. I don't know if sometimes you don't know, do you, if it's an outlier or not.
Okay. It's really good.
That was slightly towed and it's still gone okay, that. I didn't find that unforgiving off the face.
You're so consistent in your delivery.
Yeah.
It means we can do a little bit more. We can chase the limits a little bit more because you are more consistent.
Yeah. That sounded different, didn't it?
Yep.
Is that weight that's been moved now?
No, so that's the same setup. We've just gone down in loft a little bit to bring that launch down. And then you can see as an effect, it's not carrying as far because it's not staying in the air as much. It's a great strike. Oh, so close to 130.
That's hit the flag as well, so that's straight.
It's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's good.
Good. That was good. I kind of went after that one and it was still...
And it just still holds its line. So, I'm just doing 2s just so we can see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to be sure.
Yeah.
But if I can't beat what I'm seeing out of 4, we're going to stay in 4. But I would actually probably like to stay in the slightly lofted head, turned down, because your spin's a little bit better at 2.4.
Than the less loft.
But your launch is better, so you've got launch to play with, so you've got room to it. Like, what I don't want to see you do is go from 16.7 on your launch down to 13, and that's you hitting your higher flight while you're making changes in your golf swing. Yeah,
you can noticeably see the shape change now, can't you?
Yeah. It's good. You've got options. You get to pick.
Options.
You might get to pick.
Get to pick?
Yeah.
No. No, that's why you're here. You have to decide for me.
I think it'll all come down to, personally, I think it'll all come down to that toe strike.
Yeah.
The shot that holds that toe strike better will be the one that probably plays in the bag if the numbers are very similar.
Can I just tee this up a bit more?
Yeah, you tee it up however you need to.
I feel like I've gone after that one.
So you will be quicker in the 4 because obviously the 4 being a 430cc head is going to be aerodynamically quick anyway.
Yeah.
The 4's tighter in dispersion though.
I know, randomly.
Like so much tighter in dispersion. 201, 228, spins at 2.2, like set the 4 up into a 2.5, you spin it better, launch it better, carry it further. And it's tighter in dispersion.
And it looks better because it's a 4.
Great ball. Launch is good there.
Launch is very good.
How does it feel?
Feels fine.
Yeah?
The only one I'm going to continuously worry about is that one that doesn't quite carry.
Okay. Have you had one of them yet?
No. No. Funny that.
So you might go, oh, that's a bit left.
Yeah.
But if you notice, that's not moving in terms of
it's
flight.
Just face.
It's just straight left.
Yeah. And it's high and left, whereas with my
You're normally
old
low
driver,
and left.
it's low and left. So that there, you know, that there would be, if I pulled it and there was a bunker in the way, it'll carry it, whereas it wouldn't have carried it with my other one. Yeah.
And I think an element of the smaller head for you, you're pulling your strike in a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because the visuals. Now it's still in there. What's interesting, right, is the toe strike now is still spinning at 2.4.
Good. Yeah.
I mean, they're landing pretty much
all on top of each other, aren't they? Just obviously that one, but front. I would say my miss is front and back.
Yeah.
More than left and right, and front on back on them.
I would
say there's what, 2 yards, 3 yards between front and back?
Yeah, so if you take the lowest one there, the shortest one, 202, and the fastest one, 205. 3 yards.
So there's 3 yards between front and back.
Correct.
And I would probably be looking at, so what was it on my driver at the bottom? 10 maybe?
193 to 200.
Okay, 7. Right.
So you've halved it, which is always good.
Yeah. I keep waiting for the bad one.
It doesn't come.
It's just not coming. Even there, I'm like, this will probably go bad, and it's gone miles.
So good. The flight's so good. It's just
the flight is so consistent. GT4, but not scared of it.
Not scared of it at all.
Not scared of it at all. Not thinking, well, what happens if?
214 carry, 238.
Oh dear.
Were you expecting as much of a gain though? Like as an average?
I'm not easily impressed. You know, I've had that driver for years, and just
never thought it'd come out of the bag.
No. I mean, the last comp I played was Thursday, and I'd never hit it better off the tee.
That's the fastest it's been today.
It just goes so straight. The more I try and hit it harder, the straighter it goes. Oh, it's not. I don't like being wrong, but on this occasion, I am delighted I am wrong. So, GT4, it's in the bag.